Hey, Shalom, Akim, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and Ruwell. Blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Noah's in his gospel, brother, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is the Akim Mahaloya coming back with another In Transit Through the Spirit. Title, You False Prophets Got a Lot of Blood on Your Hand. In 1 second, let me turn this around. You have a lot of blood on your hand, man. I was watching a brother video earlier, Karatazar. I think he's from the Baltimore camp, the head brother. And he was going into, and I'm going to mention, basically he was going into IUIC cats. He was bringing up this young lady that was speaking on her marital status, but she's not part of their group. I don't know what part of Israelite congregation she's a part of, but basically she was speaking on how, you know, she's in a marriage with the man, and basically she's in a polygamous situation and she's happy with it. And she made a point to bring up the IUIC, stating how they're misleading Israelites, telling them that they have to partake in American affairs, okay, American type situations, man. And she was like, that's off according to the scriptures, because she say she's happy in her situation with her husband and her sister wives and all that other stuff. And she brought up Nate specifically, how they showed a video of them marrying one of their guys to one of their women, which that's for one thing, that's off as fuck, man. Okay, second of all, ain't no man in no congregation gonna choose a wife for me. That's not gonna happen, man. Where's that at in the scriptures? Okay, now the father chooses, or the husband, when he chooses his wife, the father approves of it or he disapproves of it. If the father wants the woman to be married to that man, then that's just what it is. The woman didn't have a say-so, but they showed a video, and this is how they empower their women in that congregation, which is wickedness and it's feminism. And you notice the women of their congregation always end up leaving their men, because basically it was like a big class or some type of big ceremony, which is proof why you don't supposed to have women in your school, because it's confusion. He basically was calling out brothers in there like, okay, how many cars you got, brother? Brother like, I got 2 cars. He like, oh, he got 2 cars and a plane. All right, you know, so he could take care, you know, just shitting on men, because what if men of their congregation or in general is not as well off as that man was? Do he not have a right to have a wife? You guys, man, you destroyed a lot of people in that congregation. That's why, man, you IUIC cats, you gonna fall hard, man. Okay, because Nate is establishing his own righteousness. And no way in hell I'm finna go to their fucking church and have them to pair me up with one of them women. If I want a woman, that's my fucking business. That ain't your job to tell her, oh, well, you know, if he ain't doing right, then you go to the scriptures. What the fuck is that at a woman going to the scriptures to condemn her man? Now, I see if the nigga is completely off, he ain't in the world. I mean, he's in the world and she's in the truth and she knows the truth and she's trying to bring him to righteousness and she's going over precepts with him, but basically trying to hold him accountable. Oh, well, you know this. Nah, bro, that ain't in a woman's order to rebuke a man, because the scriptures say women usurp authority not over the man. That's in Timothy, man. Okay, but to be in silence. And you bigging them fucking women up in that congregation. For what I know, if you look at the temple and the way it was structured, you got the Holy of the Holies, you got the room of the showbread. Okay, you have the outer court where the Gentiles are at. Okay, then you got the leopard court where they're in a particular chamber. Okay, and then you got a place where the women is at. And where I recall the structure of the temple, the women wasn't among the men. So women ain't supposed to be in your goddamn school learning on the side of men. They supposed to be in the background. That's why the scriptures say, if any man have a wife, let her learn from her husband at home, because that brings confusion. That is like Apostle Tahar, which he won't do such a thing, but that's like Apostle Tahar bringing me up on charges of for my woman. You out, man? Hell no. I'll leave. If that was the case, I wouldn't be in Great Mills. I'll lead this fucking congregation, man. Because the scriptures say the thing between a man and a woman, let no man put asunder. That ain't nobody fucking business. Oh, well, you know, sister, he got to take care of you. And we understand we got to take care of our women. Okay, but it's a two-way street. Because look at this kingdom. The man is completely on the bottom. But y'all pushing that feminism in y'all congregation. And then when these women buck up, those men, they don't have a lifeline to stand on, man. Because you didn't fuck their heads up. You gave the women power over the men in your congregation. That's not how the Lord sets shit up. I'm talking about, well, only in Isaiah 4:1, y'all can take. Get the fuck out of here, man. If that man wanted to do what he wanted to do with his wife, that's his fucking business, man. I'm going to the bishop to get married. That's some American shit. That ain't no Israelite custom, man. That's why you niggas in the IUIC, the Most High gonna have a heavy judgment against you. And those guys that left your congregation, that's seeing for what it is, hey, they got a lot to say. You know, like I work with this one guy, man. He from IUI. I don't even engage with him on that level, bro. I just like, you could just see the simplicity in these men. And I ain't got nothing against the brother. I ain't got nothing against him, but you could clearly see they not in the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. These guys are emotional. They're effeminate. They're weak. They don't have a prophet spirit in them. They don't have that rub. They don't have that austerity that Yahweh Shai displayed, which proves that they're not coming in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Because I did a video yesterday on masculinity, man. You know, Yahweh Shai being a rough, stern, rigid man. Hard to accept, or hard to deal with. And when you look at these men, they're in the spirit of Christ. Oh, well, you know, we're in the spirit of Christ. Right, you in that pacifist ass spirit. That ain't the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. That's why, hey, the scriptures say that, hey, if you teach another Jesus who we have not preached, you may very well bear with it. Them guys are coming in another spirit. That's why when you be around them, they don't have the spirit of an ancient man of the Lord. They don't have that spirit on them. They don't have that noble spirit. They have that spirit of effeminate. They want to be comfortable all the time, which, hey, I like being comfortable. You know, I like being in the comforts of shit. You know, we're kings. But these men, they're not war, man. They're not war bred. They can't deal with adversity. That's why they don't teach the microchip, because they can't deal with the adversity, man. You know, telling that damn woman in that congregation, oh, well, you know, he don't do right. You better bring him up on charge. Who the fuck are you to tell a woman that or a man that? I wish some nigga would tell my woman she better bring me up on motherfucking charges, man. Nigga, hey, look, bruh, we have a fucking problem. Because, hey, the woman is underneath the man. It's a way you handle things. Okay? He's the counsel of his situation, not you niggas. And then another thing that I have an issue with, they telling you that if your wife don't come in the truth in 6 months, you got to leave her. Who the fuck are you to tell a man to leave his wife? Man ain't got to put his wife away. Half the women we deal with ain't going to be believers, man. What do you think the parable about when Yahweh Shai went into the harlots, make it into the kingdom of heaven before you? A lot of these women we deal with ain't going to be believers. A lot of them going to be worldly as all hell. Talking shit, back bucking up, dressing promiscuous, got adultery under their belt. And some of them still going to fucking make it because they was rocking with the men of the Lord. You know? But they better not be out committing adultery, and they better have some modesty to them. They better do right, because if you offend the men of the Lord will destroy you. Eventually, he's going to catch up to you. You know, but, oh, well, you got to leave your woman after 6 months. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. Nigga, Corinthians 7th chapter tell you that the sanctifying man can deliver the unbelieving woman. Your woman ain't necessarily got to be a believer in order to get salvation if she's under you. Now, it's beautiful if she does believe. Okay, if she does come into the faith and let off the ways of the world, that's a beautiful thing. Okay, that's what we would want. But we understand that, hey, this ain't the land. This is our captivity. Our women are fucking gone right now. You know, so she's rocking with you and she's doing the best she can by you, bro. She's not committing adultery. She's trying to dress somewhat modest, you know, and she's respectful, you know, to what she can be. Then, I mean, you really can't ask for nothing more than that. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna find Sarah in this fucking kingdom. Though we want it and desire it, that ain't gonna be the case for a lot of us brothers, man. So, hey, you gotta get what you can get. If she's rocking with you and she's doing what she's supposed to do, then, hey, shit, man, what else can you really say? Now, if she's a knucklehead, then, hey, get rid of the bitch, man. Simple. Period. You ain't gotta deal with that foolishness either. I hate these fucking trucks, man. You know? But they're going off. They're teaching their congregation, and they're misleading a lot of Israelites. According to Micah, the 3rd chapter, the scriptures tell you about the heads of Israel judge for reward. They don't judge righteous judgment. They judge for reward. They teach for hire. Okay, they're not in the congregation, or they're not in the business of saving their congregation. Okay, because if you notice, their philosophy is more of a Western standpoint. That's why they don't call themselves Hebrew Israelites. This is why they don't have authentic Hebrew names. Okay, because they want to have an excuse to still hold on to Babylon the Great, and the Most High is going to destroy that fucking congregation, man. Not all of them, because I believe you got some sincere men in the IUIC. But for the most of them guys ain't right, man. Okay, they're blind followers. Okay, and the Lord said, hey, blind leaders are the blind, let them fall in the ditch, man. So, hey, I'm not even extending my hand to them guys, bro. We've been extending olive branch to them niggas for years now. And every time we try to go up and deal with one of them, they get on that loud-ass bullhorn. You know, they get to screaming and they get to, you know, trying to overtalk us. And every time we get on the name, they always want to shit on the name of the Lord. So fuck them, man. Okay? And then those of them that come up out of that madness, hey, we got nothing but respect for you. But if you still in that madness, like this guy I work with, man, I mean, honestly speaking, it's just like, man, the Lord is really testing my patience, because he don't come to work teaching the truth, but he's simple. He's simple. He don't know what's going on, man. And I be wanting to pull him to the side and really get into the scripts with him, but I'm like, I'm not going to go into that, you know, because I've already said too much. I've already told him I got my own camp out here, which I probably shouldn't have said anything. But, you know, Jake, they get in conversation, you get excited, and I'm tired of hiding who the fuck I am. Period. If you don't like me for who I am, then oh well. Who gives a fuck? You're going to find out who we are anyway. But 2 and 2 together, he probably know I'm of GMS. You know, but it just, at the same time, it's just like, who gives a fuck, man? I'm not even trying to go there with them. You know what I'm saying? Because they already stuck in their ways, and they're already indoctrinated by Nate. Because Nate is a fucking witch, man. Okay, he's off, and the Most High is going to do something to him if he don't get his act together. But for the rest of you guys, man, the Lord going to break that IUIC shit up. A lot of you going to be coming to GMS, asking questions about the microchip. What should we do? Because that's going to test the fabric of your congregation, whether you are sincere or not. Because a lot of you, man, you claim that the MOTB is in, what you call it, like sin. First it was embargo, now it was sin. Make up your mind. I mean, everybody with half of brain cells know that this coming technocracy with the CBDC systems is going to lead to the micro C-HIP, if it's not the micro C-HIP itself. Accounts are coming out that this CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency, is going to pretty much be the microchip. So we'll see. Brothers have been bringing it out. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Because if that is the case, then the CBDC would be the MOTB, but they got the Fed now, which is going to be the digital currency. So it's a little confusing, but regardless of it, that C-HIP is going to be promoted, okay, and real soon. I can see that chip coming, if not this year, definitely next year. I can see it coming. They want to say, oh, we want to have everybody micro C-HIP by 2030. Nah, bro, y'all ain't got that long. Y'all need to get this shit on now, okay? We're tired of waiting, E. You know, get your shit together. Go on, make your move so how about Shai can make his move. But them guys are going off, and it took a woman of some other group or whatever. I don't even know if she's part of a group, because you got so many people claiming to be Israelites now. We don't know these people. But she even brought it out. She said they're misleading people. She even said in the Bible that if a man he can take on whatever he needs to take on. He could take on another wife if he wanted to. She said she's happy in our situation. Okay, and that's their situation. I mean, that ain't for every man. So be it. You don't have to do that. But she just brought out a valid point that you niggas are going off. You teaching that American bullshit, and you need that. You're getting men trapped up in that madness, man. Men are literally losing their livelihoods behind your American customs. Men are losing fucking man, dog. You're destroying people with that, because that ain't the scriptures. Now, if you want to go and do that, fine. Hey, by all means, do what you got to do. But the Bible don't say that, man. And you pushing that shit as doctrine. And my biggest thing is you're leaning upon your own righteousness. You're leaning on your own understanding. You're not going off the understanding of the Lord. And the fact that you telling them men in your congregation and you giving those women power over those men, that's not right. Okay? 1 Corinthians 11 chapter tell you that, hey, the head of the woman is the man. The head of the man is Yahweh Shai. The head of Yahweh Shai is the Most High himself, Yahweh. And you're breaking that order. You're teaching those women to have authority over their men, so you could get fucking followers, man. That's off as hell. And if you in that spirit, the Most High is going to do away with you. So, Nate, man, you got a lot of blood on your hands, bro. And you're not teaching prophecy, man. You're not going into prophecy, because you're not a prophet. I just thought I'd remind you of that. None of you guys are that group that's still in that group. None of you are the men of the Lord. I mean, I would say this. I won't say that. Some of you may be of the elect. I'm not going to say that. But for the most part, you calling yourselves the prophets. A prophet prophesied. A prophet tell you what's going to happen before it's going to happen. And you guys, you talk about the same shit. Head wraps and, You know, who is the King Christ? Look, Lord ain't hearing that bullshit, man. But anyway, with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom and the Bible Ball. Shalom.